OG Harley Quinn is still the best. Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Subliteral Network. I make art and comics, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and to leave your feedback in the comments. I post art daily, 5 days a week on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and this is a roundup of some of that work, in case you missed it, with a little more detailed description added. You can read my Luna the Cave Bunny comics free at radiocomics.com, and my one-shot comic called Searchers is now available at burningstarcomics.net. Please visit my Patreon page if you'd like to support my work. All these links are in my description and bio, and please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. So the idea being that these are remnants of like an old civilization that crashed, but some of it still works, like some of the plumbing still works. And the people that came after that were kind of like savage bunny girl people, and they used it to bathe and get water from and stuff like that. So in the original drawing, this figure was drawn topless, and Instagram has given me so much trouble for that I just decided, let me just cut it off from the beginning, and I will put a stone necklace on her. You might know that I don't draw digitally because I can't really get used to the tools that much, but and this one I did. I had the thing in Procreate, and I just drew with the drawing tools the stone necklace on her. It came out okay. I can draw a little bit digitally if I have to, but I haven't really invested a lot of time in getting good at it. I'm thinking about that decision as time goes by, but I drew Sue Storm on craft paper in ballpoint marker and white china crayon. Well, this one I sold on eBay, but I kept this scan of it because I just sort of really liked a lot. I liked a lot about the way it came out. Now, when Jack Kirby was drawing Sue Storm in the early days when he was drawing the Fantastic Four, he drew her in a pretty thick pinup style that he was used to from his own era. You know, when women weren't particularly like super skinny and tall and thin. And so I thickened up my Sue Storm in this picture, sort of thinking about that, but there's no way. Right now, I would draw her really a lot thicker and a lot more, kind of a lot more Kirby-ish these days than I intend to. Plus, nowadays, in the current runs of the Fantastic Four comics, Sue is wearing, the uniforms in general have a lot more white on them. When John Byrne took over, he added like a white collar and gloves and boots, I think. You know, he was the first to do that. And after that, there have been so many iterations and a lot more white on the uniforms. Isolated by themselves, they look okay. But I really would like to see them pull back a little bit on the white. I made a bunch of little sketch card size pieces of cardboard, which I kind of had hanging around because I had this cardboard from cereal boxes that I cut down for various kind of craft purposes that I have around here. So I drew Power Girl on one of these little cards, just sort of as an experiment to see how well it would work. I didn't want to get too complicated, so I just made a little cartoon Power Girl. But I used all my regular techniques. I drew it in pigment liners with some markers, some white paint, and some white china crayon. This is that piece of Harley Quinn line work that I drew painted up in Procreate. I still think, for the most part, the original Harley Quinn design, which this is just the best, and I don't particularly like a lot of the modern interpretations because I think they dilute the purity of the design. This particular drawing didn't start out this way. It was just something I pulled out of my unfinished pencil drawing file, and I kind of dressed the figure up as Harley Quinn. So I did change it a little bit. There's a lot about her that is not exactly as I would envision her if I were to draw her from scratch now. So I am going to try that. But it was nice to kind of get back in there and give the character a shot. I'd like to thank you, my subscribers, and especially my new subscribers. I'm very happy you enjoy hearing something more about the work that I'm doing, and I hope the videos are entertaining, and I really hope you can come back for more.